Shortly after Ted Cruz announced in Indianapolis last night that he was dropping out of the race, the chairman of the Republican National Party, Reince Priebus, gave his digital blessing to the new standard bearer of the Republican Party. He tweeted this: "At real Donald Trump will be presumptive at GOP nominee. We all need to unite and focus on defeating at Hillary Clinton. Hashtag never Clinton." There are a lot of leading Republicans like Bush 41, Bush 43, and Dick Cheney that still haven't weighed in on where they stand on Trump, but there has been a fair amount of reaction today, spanning a pretty broad spectrum of the emotions and attitudes that exist within the party. On one end, you have Scott Walker, who told reporters in Wisconsin today that Trump is, for him, a better choice than Hillary Clinton. But there are a lot of hedgers already. Senator Susan Collins of Maine told a local radio station, quote, "Donald Trump has the opportunity to unite the party, but if he's going to build that wall that he keeps talking about, he's going to have to mend a lot of fences." Kelly Ayotte, senator from New Hampshire, who faces a very tough re-election battle there, was more hedgier. Her campaign communications director told the New Hampshire union leader that Ayotte, quote, "plans to support Trump, but, quote, hasn't and isn't planning to endorse anyone this cycle." And never-Trumpers such as Nebraska Senator Ben Sasse have been pretty blunt. He tweeted, quote, "Reporters keep asking if Indiana changes anything for me. The answer is simple: no." John, a lot of people still left to react, but what does this first round of reaction say about Trump's chances of uniting the Republican Party now as the nominee presumptive?
Just the one quick note, which is that I think those two, Susan Collins and Kelly Ayotte, are clowns in terms of how they're handling this, with this utter wishy-washy talk. You know, if you vote for somebody, you are endorsing them. I don't care what anybody says. That's an endorsement in the actual meaning of the word endorsement. If I vote for you, I have endorsed you. I think it's been notable that there has not been, besides Reince Priebus, today has not been a day in which there have been a lot of loud calls to rally around Trump from a lot of establishment figures.
Almost none.
Almost none. Very quiet. So I think Trump has a lot of work to do still if he's going to actually bring off what he says. He says he's not going to ever unify the whole party. He said today on television there are some parts of the party he won't get and he doesn't want. But he's got an uphill struggle.
You had some conservative bloggers saying never Trump. Bill Kristol said today, late in the day, that he was not going to vote for Trump or Clinton. You're going to see some of that. But most people I've talked to, and based on this initial reaction, elected officials, current elected officials, will be enough on board to not create a problem for him. Some will skip the convention. But he is going to have problem with others. And I think some of that can be solved, though, when and if, as is expected, he starts raising money and helping the Republican Party with a plan for a successful convention, makes a strong vice presidential pick. I think a strong vice presidential pick could go a long way towards uniting the party. And then he's got to have a battle plan for the party for a general election.
It's key that the vice presidential pick, I think it's clear, if he does not see this, he should, that vice presidential pick must be aimed at elites and trying to solve this problem. It's not about voting blocks. It's about this, picking someone who solves that problem. But look, if Mitt Romney, John McCain, George W. Bush 43, George W. Bush 41, if all the living previous Republican nominees are all against him and Bob Dole are all against him, that's not a unified party in any meaningful sense.
Yeah, but he's going to get some of those.